part 6. So I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I went to the bathroom, and, I didn't feel anything, no contractions, nothing like my water breaking, it felt like I was peeing, but although I don't know what my water breaking feels like, since, I've never felt it before, but, it didn't feel like that. I felt like, I was peeing. So then when I wiped, I looked at the toilet paper, and it looked like I had blown my nose in the toilet paper, but I didn't. I wiped. So I had noticed right away that I had lost my mucus plug, and there was just a teeny tiny bit of just, like a line pretty much of pink blood, so nothing serious. And so I was just like kind of like, oh, that's definitely my mucus plug, because with pregnancy you have different kinds of cervical mucus come out at different stages of your pregnancy, but with mine I hardly had any at all. So I knew right away that that's what that was that I saw. And so then I woke my husband up, and I'm like, babe, I think you need to call Jessica, because I just lost my mucus plug. And then he's like, oh, what? He was still pretty much asleep by then, because he didn't have to get up for another 2 hours. And so then he got up, and he let Jessica know, and she just said, well, just keep me informed, keep me posted about what's happening, what's going on. He still went to work and everything, because, we were thinking that, it was just my mucus plug, because I wasn't feeling any contractions or anything like that, no pain, no Braxton Hicks, no nothing, just I lost my mucus plug. So then I knew that, things were trying to get going. Once I got out of the bathroom, I made myself some raspberry leaf tea, so that, I've been drinking it here and there when I felt like it, throughout my whole pregnancy, because, it helps with toning your uterus and all that kind of stuff. So, I took it out of the microwave, and, I let the tea steep for a little bit, took 2 sips, and then I went to the bathroom and I threw up. And so then I was like, whoa, this is weird. And then after I threw up, I started having contractions. And these were definitely more painful than the contractions that I had the day before. So then I said, this is definitely starting something, because these are more painful, and they feel like they're doing something. So, I let my husband know I'm having contractions, and I think that was even before he went to work. But, he still went into work, because I could have been doing that all day, all night, next day, just, we just didn't know. Plus it was, my first pregnancy, and usually they seem like they last forever. So, I tried different things to help me with the pain, and help me manage the pain. And what helped the most for me was getting on my knees and propping myself up on my birth ball, like, my upper half on the birth ball, and also moaning, so my husband thought I sounded like a whale, which I guess I kind of did. I don't know. I wouldn't really say it was a whale noise. I would say it was more like a moaning noise like a woman in labor. Anyways, so, I tried different things. I tried laying on my left side. I tried sitting on the ball. I tried, standing up and just rocking back and forth, all of those different things. But the thing that seemed to help me the most was just leaning on my birth ball on my knees. So, my mom was timing my contractions. I would give her a thumbs up for when she had to start the contraction timer thing, and they were, from the very first one that I had, they were about 5 to 6 minutes apart. And so then before my husband went to work, he called Jessica and let her know what was happening, and she actually talked to me, and she and I couldn't talk through it. I was just like, hold on, I'm having one. I can't do anything. I was just like, and so and then she's like, well, how about you come in about an hour or something like that. I can't remember. Or she said, I think she said, if these continue for another hour, then you should come in or something. I don't remember exactly, but I think that's what she said. And so, of course, they continued like that for another hour. So then I called Josiah and I told him to come home so that we could go to Jessica's house. So he did. And luckily, I didn't have any while I was in the car. Which, that was what I was afraid of. I was afraid of having a contraction in the car and not being able to get on my birth ball on my knees and, do what I needed to do. But I got one right when we got to Jessica's house, and, Josiah opened the door and I got out. So I was kind of leaning on him, standing up, just leaning on him, kind of rocking back and forth and moaning. And I was just like, I remember thinking, man, I wonder what the neighbors think. But at the same time, she's a midwife, and she's been doing this for several years at that house, so the neighbors are probably used to it. But I remember thinking about that. So, we got to her house about, I want to say 11:30. And so we get downstairs into her basement, and she's got the pool already blown up and all that kind of stuff. All she has to do is just put the water in it, which kind of took a little bit, but not too long, because she didn't want me to get into the pool before I was ready, so that it would slow things down. I think she wanted me to be at a certain centimeter dilated. And when I first got there, she checked me, and I think I was at a 6. Sorry, Oliver's kicking me right now. And he's kicking me in the ribs. I think she said I was at a 6 or something like that. I can't remember. But, right when I got there, I was getting ready to get inside the birth pool pretty much, which, was fast. And, right when I got into that water, it felt so much easier and so much better. I mean, it wasn't like the pain went away altogether, but I mean, it was so, there was a big difference. I tried getting on my knees and kind of leaning over the side like I would on my birth ball, for when I was having contractions, but inside the water that didn't work for me. So actually laying back, with my head back on the side actually helped the best for me when I was in the pool. Okay, part 7, here it goes.